YouTube live feature again, and this time I got it to go horizontal, and you just put that in the settings. It doesn't work obviously when you are doing a multi-user live where you get like multiple creators on here doing lives and stuff. You can only have two people on at the same time, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but yeah. Isn't it funny? You always start recording and then your phone starts giving you messages and stuff. This is just a recap of yesterday. I went and got the results of the blood test that I had last week, and it was mainly for the diabetes. And yeah, my numbers are higher than when I was first diagnosed with diabetes. So something went wrong. I think it was because I had gone without my medication for a little bit, and it pushed the numbers up somewhat. It scared the doctor a little bit too. But I tested my blood sugar this afternoon when I got home. After I waited a little bit, and before I had the evening meal, and it dropped down to about 6.5, which on a scale, okay, so anything above 5, if you are fasting, is diabetic, right? So if you are healthy and you're fasting, your blood sugar should drop to about 4 or 5, and 5 is about the average. So 6.5 is not too bad, but my doctor asked me to monitor in a diary. I was supposed to be doing that anyway, but I had to go and get some new, they're called test strips, and the ones that I had were out of date and they weren't reading properly, so it's good to get an accurate reading. And yeah, I'm gonna have to change my diet again, but be really disciplined with it. So I've got another appointment for after Christmas, for in halfway through January, so that's not too bad. And hopefully I might get another blood test done before then, just so they can double check it and things like that. I had my blood pressure checked and it's come down again. The last time it was high because I hadn't been on the medication. What had happened was I'd been working, I think, pretty much 3 weeks straight, and my doctor was on holiday, and I couldn't get to a chemist. No, I needed to have an appointment with her so I could renew the scripts, medication scripts, and then I had to have a chemist that was actually open at the time, and I was doing 7 a.m. till what? Until 6 p.m. So by the time I got back from the city, the chemist would have been closed and stuff like that. So it became a pain in the bum. But yeah, diabetes is no joke. Please get tested. Hi there, how are you? This is saying hello to the very first visitor to the live. This is just a test. You'll have to go back and watch the entire video. I've only been online for about 4.5 minutes, but oh, and then someone's gone. But yeah, so the diabetes is in worse than what it was, but the everyday blood test isn't too bad. It's the test that they do once every 6 months that they check. So your numbers can be up or down in terms of blood sugar and stuff like that, but if the 6 monthly test is too high, that's when it's like you've got blood sugar, sugar in the blood. Good morning, how are you going? Hey there, Leah. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I was just recapping what I'd been up to yesterday because it's just gone after midnight here, and just talking about how I went to the doctor and had good blood pressure results, which is good. My diabetes was the numbers for the diabetes were way too high, but I'm going to bring them down again. I hadn't been taking my medication. Long story short, I explained that earlier in the video. Yep, thank you very much. Yeah, I will. But yeah, things are going well. I'm not too sure. I've got a plan of what I'm going to do tomorrow for a few videos. I've had a few requests for videos, so I've got a rough idea of what I'm going to do there. And I'll film, if I can line it up, I'll probably film like 3 or 4 videos in the one day, which would be good. And then I can launch them like one each day over the next week. I've got some work coming up on Friday, which would be good. And I'm going to try and find like paid work throughout the week elsewhere. But yeah, and it's good to know that people are watching and helping support me and stuff. If you have any questions about Australia, feel free to ask. But yeah, and I'm experimenting with live videos and stuff like that too. This is a different time for me. I've only ever done the other live once in the afternoon, and that had a good response. But I think I don't know. I don't know about what's going to happen with it like an international audience. Whether this is a better time for an international audience, whether people are awake or they're just waking up or coming home from work or that sort of thing. But I hope everybody that watches this is doing okay and yeah, behaving themselves, eating healthy and all that sort of stuff, remembering to hydrate. But yeah, so I've just gone live. So thank you very much for watching. This is, I've got to clean that wall. But I'm great, just getting the little one ready for school. So it is early morning where you are. Okay. Yeah. So what else do you have planned for the day? Are you going to work yourself or 8:21 a.m.? So it's 11:51 p.m. here on a Monday. I thought it was after midnight, but it wasn't. Yeah, 11:52 p.m. And it's because Adelaide is, well, we're a day ahead from the United States, but also we're out by like 30 minutes, so it's not like a 10 hours ahead. We're normally like either 10.5 or 9.5 depending on the time of year, because in Adelaide we have daylight savings. So yeah. So work from home. So what do you do in work from home stuff? Is it just because I'm curious as to those kinds of jobs. Like, are you on the phone, or are you just answering emails, or what are you doing working from home? Because I'm looking for that kind of work. In Australia, it's a bit harder to find, and there's a lot of scammers and stuff like that. But that would be like ideal for me. I could save a lot of money on transport and things like that. Phone, emails, text. I work for my friend's trucking company, so I manage drivers pretty much and speak to brokers all day, secure my loads. That's pretty cool. So it's a pre-existing business, and yeah, you're just doing all the paperwork and the negotiating. So overall, yeah, it sounds pretty cool. And do you have like set hours and things like that? Or can you work longer if you want to? Like, yeah. I used to work for an Australian phone company with their inbound call center, and I couldn't handle the stress. Because it was very sales orientated, and no set hours, unfortunately. When the drivers are up early, so am I. I don't mind it though. Yeah. Um, as long as you're happy with what you're doing. Um, I where I was working, it was very cult-like, very toxic work environment. I was getting anxiety attacks, and I was even documenting my anxiety attacks on TikTok. Um, like my hands would start shaking, my teeth would be either chattering or I'd grit my teeth, and that was just on the like I'd be okay until I got into the city, and then it would start as I got closer and closer to the building, and I'd been learning about cults and things and some of the rhetoric they use, and everybody's talking about being a family and stuff like that, and that's really not good. No, that's like a red flag. Like when you're there to work, the people that are there that also work there are not your family. Like you're part of a team and you work hard and all that sort of stuff, but you're not a family. And just want to say hello to the second person that jumped in. Yeah, so we're just talking about different working from home. Um, let's see, diabetes, going to the doctor, blood pressure, and all sorts of things. If you've got any questions about Australia, please ask. I'll see if I can answer them as best I can. And I'm just testing out this live feature and see how what it does for like the watch time of my videos and my channel and things like that. I'm not expecting to be like monetized anytime soon. I lost 3 subscribers the other day, but I think they were mainly gaming channels, and they want to support you by subscribing to your content, but bots maybe? No, because they were saying, oh, I've got your back and all this sort of stuff, and they subscribed to my channel, but when I didn't subscribe back, because their content was all like video games. Now, I've got nothing against video games. I've been a gamer like all my life, really.